Hi everybody, welcome to video 3 for E3 2017. This is the Bethesda conference. So, I want to apologize, I didn't get this video up last night. That was my full intent, was to stay up after the conference, do it, and then get it out, but my filming lights had another plan. One of them decided they were done, and I couldn't light it in a way that didn't have like weird shadows. So that kind of sucked. I hope it doesn't affect Sony tonight. I don't think it will, because Sony is early enough in the day. I also have figured out another way to use one of my like house lights to like help brighten it up if I need to later. So yeah, let's just get started. Bethesda was pretty great. I feel like their conferences are always pretty great. I see a lot of people like throwing shade that it was like a Nintendo Direct, and I kind of don't get why that's a bad thing. I think it's pretty smart of them to release things, to talk about things and show things right before they're going to come out, right? Like, the 6 months between E3 and Fallout 4 was awesome, right? Like, it was like, I don't have to wait years and years and years and get myself way overhyped, even though everyone was overhyped for Fallout 4. It would have been worse if they would have teased it, so that was cool. I think that way of handling E3 is a super valid way. So everything they showed us was coming out this year. That was awesome. They started off with Doom VR. What did they call it? It's something else. Doom VFR is what they called it, and it looked awesome. It also looked like a vomit-inducing nightmare. I don't have a VR system yet. I would like to have a PSVR, but like, they're expensive and there haven't been a whole lot of games, and it looks like Fallout 4 is coming to PSVR, so I could possibly be persuaded into that being why. But I mean, I don't know if I like Fallout 4 even that much to spend that much money on it. I couldn't do it for Resident Evil. I don't know if Fallout is going to be the thing. It was also very weird that you didn't see hands in Fallout 4. Like, it was just the gun floating in space. So that was the VR announcements were probably my least favorite of the night, just because I really just don't care about VR. I guess we'll touch on Creation Club a second. They're going to try pay mods again. I think they went about it in a smarter way this time. This seems like something that the community can get behind. There's always going to be people on PC who think that mods should be free, but they're probably the same people who think all apps should be free. Like, there's time and work and programming and knowledge that goes into making those things. Just because they're not a outright sanctioned thing of Bethesda doesn't mean that someone shouldn't be paid for their time. It'll be interesting to see how the Creators Club breaks down, like what's the Bethesda cut, what's the creator cut, but I think anything that gets creators another source of income, whether they be modders or YouTubers or bloggers or vloggers or artists, is something that we should be excited about, not shitting all over. Next up was probably the thing I was most excited about. It was Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch. And I know I've heard all the arguments, it's a million years old, it's not the enhanced edition. It really is looking like it is going to be its own sort of midway between vanilla Skyrim and the new deluxe Skyrim, and enhanced edition, or whatever the thing that's fucking called. I don't care. I want portable Skyrim. I didn't play Skyrim. I had missed it, and I had started playing it on Xbox One and had gotten pretty far in it. I didn't finish it by any stretch of the imagination, because I was just really just dicking around and wasting time, which I feel like is what everyone does with that game. And then it was announced that it was going to come to the Nintendo Switch, and I was like, oh, well, fuck. I just bought this, but this is going to come, and maybe I'll just push pause and wait for it on Switch. So I feel like I'm going to get back into it super hard once it comes out on Switch. And again, it had like some things that were great, like some things that were great, some things that were not so great. So the not so great was the motion controls. I don't hate them. I'm not someone who thinks it's stupid that Nintendo keeps doing this or it's dumb. I think it's encouraging to see that that technology isn't being wasted. I may not use it, you may not use it, but at least they didn't put that technology into the thing to have developers just be like, fuck you guys, we're not using it, right? So, I don't know, it feels like that it's being used. It's probably something that I will turn on once, be like, oh, this is novel, or oh, this sucks, and never think about again. Then that comes to the good part, which was Link in Skyrim, which was like beyond the possibility of what I thought was possible, beyond reality. Like, I think you could tell by I think you could also tell by the reaction on the internet that everyone was just kind of like blown away. Like, is Nintendo really letting Link, one of their like most trusted and like protected characters, going to be in another studio's game? And they absolutely were. It's awesome. It makes me glad that I have so many Zelda and Link amiibos. You get the horse, Epona's in it too, so I don't know. I just think that that's pretty sweet. So then next was Dishonored DLC. I haven't played Dishonored. I haven't played Dishonored 2. And then The Evil Within 2 is coming out. And The Evil Within is a game that I really wanted to play and missed. Like, and my friend who loves horror games and horror movies and is like my horror buddy, he always like tells me like, you've got to go back and play it. You just have to go back and play it. He's like, you will like it. It will be up your alley of things that you think are good. So, and I know that the game gets a lot of mixed reviews about like, it's, I know that the game gets a lot of mixed reviews, but my friend really likes it, and I trust his judgment on taste when it comes to horror movies, so the likelihood that I will probably like it is high. They ended the show with the trailer for the new Wolfenstein, and it had been leaked earlier in the day, and they had even teased that it was coming last year in the like boot sequence they did that started their conference, right? So it looks awesome. I'm gonna play it. I am right towards the end of A New Order. It's just one of those things that I got stuck on one of the bosses and like put down, and I need to just like go back, finish it up, get it out of the way, get it done and dusted, and then get into the New Order when it comes out. So yeah, overall I think they did a great job. I think the press conference was awesome. My biggest critique would be not enough Todd Howard, but if Bethesda Game Studios doesn't have anything, it makes sense that we wouldn't see him. So hopefully next year we're going to get a Elder Scrolls Online. I know that, I mean not Elder Scrolls Online, an actual mainline Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind was also talked about, and it looks awesome. It's got me intrigued, but it's one of those things where I don't know if I can justify $40 for it, because I didn't really play the game that much, even though I have it. So maybe if I play through the base game and like it some this summer, it would be something I could get into, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that. So yeah, that was it. I will see you later today for Ubisoft and this evening for Sony. So that's it. Have a great day. See you later, guys. Bye.